Good morning. Hope we are all good. I may go really dark in a minute as I walk to the studio this morning, as we have Tai Chi this morning. Then we have our no floor workouts. We've also got Pilates this morning as well. So in Devizes and Marlborough. So busy morning and bar. I'm remembering as we go, aren't I? Anyway, here we are talking about Christmas. Good morning, Sue. Hope you're all good. I am here. I'm not in a cave. I've not been captured. I'm safe. And I'm live to you. So if anything happens, you're here to witness it with a 4-second delay. Anyway, I'll get on now and talk about Christmas. So how to enjoy a guilt-free Christmas while making the choices that you want to make. And this is kind of a key part of this, really, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I can't do anything now because it's Christmas. I can't. And if you really think about this, and someone posted it yesterday in our private support group, we worry about what we're going to eat between Christmas and New Year, when really we should be more concerned about what we eat between January and Christmas. And the interesting part of all this, I had a chat with one of the ladies yesterday about the exercise part of it. She's like, I'm going to give myself a week off exercise. And I said, that's great. Like, is that something you just want to do? She's like, yeah, week off exercise. This was the other day. And then yesterday we spoke and she said, I just felt, by not exercising this week, I just feel like I've got barely any energy. And I said, well, don't beat yourself up for doing either or. Don't judge. Just quite simply, if you want to exercise. Because sometimes we just feel like it's Christmas, we should do nothing. Or it's Christmas, we should eat this and do that. And sometimes it's not what actually we want to do. Morning, Barbara. So this is about choosing what makes you happy. If you want to eat this and that, then, I'll be eating more. I've committed to eating more. I've committed to it. There you go. I will be eating a bit more over the weeks, but over a day also. The normal, there'll be, extra foods I love that I only eat this time of year, like pigs in blankets, a bit more cheese than normal. But I'm choosing to do that, and it's okay to choose to eat to enjoy yourself. What I won't be doing is eating something for the sake of eating it, and I don't want to eat it, and I actually feel rubbish afterwards. Because there's a difference between eating to make yourself feel good and feeling good and enjoying it, and there's a difference between that and eating to make yourself feel good, but then feeling rubbish. Like, that is then maybe an issue with our relationship with food. What feeling are we trying to get from eating, which we obviously aren't? Because otherwise we would feel satisfied after. And then you can ask the question sometimes, what would have satisfied me instead? You know what? A snooze on the sofa would have satisfied me instead. And obviously people's plans have changed more so this year. So there may actually be a lot fewer obstacles than normal. You might find yourself having less snacky foods around or more snacky foods around because you've done loads of shopping and now you've got all the food. Obviously, that can create challenges for a lot of people, but this is where, and we talk about this a lot, having a bit of a plan around what you're going to have rather than free riding it. Because when food's left out on the side, you don't need willpower to say no to it. You need more than that. You need a bit of a plan, so there's some structure, because if you're picking all day, if there's food on the side all day, that's, it's fine if you want to do that. Remember, this is for you if you're like, I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to just feel rubbish. And because why do you want to feel if it makes you feel rubbish, why are we doing it? Morning, Stephanie. But having a bit of a plan, so it's like, okay, on that day, I'm going out and I'm having a mince pie with them. On that day, I'm cooking this and we're having that. I'm going to have bits and bobs, like picky bits then. And just having some clear structure for a lot of people makes a real difference. And I know it does for me too. If I say, oh yeah, we're going to bake that cake that day, so I know I'm going to have that cake that day, rather than saying, be good, or just write off the whole week, it's like, yeah, I'm going to have that cake that day. I'm going to have that day. And what that does is just eliminate the limiting beliefs and the judgment around this. So the limiting beliefs could be that there's no way I could possibly do anything healthy if I'm eating some cake. There's no way. What's the point of doing anything? That's a limiting belief, because that belief is not true. There's no way that's true at all, and you can't be 100% sure that that's true. So you have to break it down and really question it into tiny little pieces and go, why am I letting that belief impact my behaviour today? Why am I letting that dictate maybe even my mood and the way I feel? Because guess what? You can eat a bit of whatever you want to call it, junk food, me included, and then you can still do healthy stuff on your next meal. You can still go for a walk. You can still exercise if you want to. You don't have to write off the whole period if you don't want to. Remember, this is about making you happy here. And there's it's a really interesting year, isn't it? I don't need to say that, but I've had different conversations with people, and it's like Christmas just means so many different things this year. Like, for some ladies there were more about, I am going to relax a bit, da-da-da. Other ladies were like, actually, no, I'm just going to, have a Christmas dinner as a pretty good meal anyway. I'll have a few drinks, but it's going to be nothing crazy. And actually, what's important to me right now is my health. And I just don't think it's talked about normally, right? And if there's ever a time to put ourselves first in terms of what we can control, in terms of nutrition, like if you think about nutrition, we eat, say, 3, 4, 5 times a day in some aspects, whether that's morning paula, whether that's snacking, whether that's meals. We eat 3 to 5 times a day sometimes, unless you're fasting, more on that yesterday. And that's 3 to 5 times a day where you can impact your blood sugar levels, you can impact your immune system. Over time, you can impact your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your blood sugar levels, your energy levels, digestion, absorption, how you handle stress, your repair, your recovery. It's quite fascinating, and all those things that people will say are important, right? We all say that these things are important to us, but then we often don't give nutrition any type of priority. And even though that's just there staring us in the face saying, I'm going to dictate and contribute to how you feel today. I've gone off Christmas a bit now, haven't I? I'm talking about more in general here, but either way you look at it, give yourself permission to eat the foods that you like, because you then become more in control. But if you're that type of person who needs some structure, I'm going to have this on this day, I'm going to have that on that day, and be okay with that. Let's face it, it's a few days. It's a day, technically. It's a meal, technically. And actually enjoy it. If you're getting one day with your family, enjoy it. But know that also at the same time, life isn't just food, right? It's an interesting one. So, any questions on that, do let me know. To sum up, give yourself permission to eat the foods you like. Have a bit of a plan. These days, I'm going to really go for it. These days, not so much. I'm just going to eat what I want, have that, have this. Do what makes you happy, not what other people want you to do. Know that there's a difference between being full up and having enough. And that can dictate how you feel. Your digestion, your mood, your energy. And I would say that your mood and your energy will dictate how much fun you have that day as well. Know that there's a difference between saying, I am not having that, and I can't have that. And don't forget to have some fun, and hopefully you get to see some people over Christmas. Anyway, have a lovely day, okay? We are off for Tai Chi, bar, Pilates, no floor workout, no squat workout. I love that name. I even banned the word. You're not allowed to say the word squat during the workout. Anyway, then we have stomach blast tonight. Busy day. All good. So, I will see you soon. Take care and speak soon.